But tonight in the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, you know, more and more black women are coming out speaking against Vice President Kamala Harris. This particular sister has said she read through Vice President Kamala Harris, all her stories and all the things that she constantly say. I want you to listen to what this black American woman has to say, because they thinking that a lot of sisters are down for Vice President Kamala Harris, but not really.
Kamala Harris, you are as fake as press-on nails, and I can see right through you. Let me help you out with something, because maybe somebody must not have told you. On TV and on every interview, giving the same tired answer. So let me just help you out. When you are asked a question, why don't you try answering the question? People are not stupid. We can tell when you're dancing around the issue instead of answering the question. When you're asked, are people better off now or during Donald Trump's presidency? When you're asked about the border or your policies on immigration, answer the question. We don't care about your middle class upbringing. We don't care that your mama had to save up to buy a house. We don't care about your summer job at McDonald's. We don't care about the lawns of the neighborhood that you lived in and how everybody took care of their lawn. That does not matter to me, and it doesn't matter to anybody else. I want you to answer the question. Because if people, my mind is already made up too, Kamala, because I can see right through you and I know that you fake. But for somebody else whose mind is not made up, let me just help you out. Answer the question so that they can decide between you and your opponent. I don't know if you're just trying to paint him as the villain and try to skate by to be like you the hero or a nice person. We don't care about that. Because being a hero and voting for the nice person is not what pays the bills. You understand what I'm saying? We can see through you. And that fake black accent that you keep doing, girl, you need to stop. Because you know good and well that you ain't got no black accent. You know good and well that you was born from San Francisco and in Canada. Where you get that black accent from? Stop doing that trying to be relatable. This does not make you relatable. It makes you look fake. And those of us like me, we can see through that. We can see through that. We can see through every interview that you do, that instead of answering the questions that are on the minds of the millions of American people who have the power to elect you to the highest office in the land, you're dancing around the issue. And you want to talk about how you was born a middle-class kid and how your mother had to save up to buy a house. I don't care, Kamala. So just to recap, stop dancing around the issue. Answer the question. If you're going to do an interview, answer a question that you are asked at the interview.
Oh, yes. This woman really read Vice President Kamala Harris and her phony behavior, because we all seen that black scent. We know good and well she don't speak that way. And, of course, the Shields is like, oh, you don't know about code switching. I know exactly what it is. And that woman was not doing code switching at all. She was not. She don't speak that way with anybody else. She's just trying to pander for voters and speaking in the lowest common denominator to black people. Because even when black people do have Southern accents, it doesn't sound that exaggerated. What she was doing sounded like a minstrel show. You understand? It didn't sound like natural whatsoever. Now, with her repeating the same story, I mean, because I know her story. She says she grew up middle-class family. They love their lawns. She grew up with construction workers and teachers and nurses and, they just love their lawns. And, her mother, was just a single mom taking care of 2 kids. And, the neighbors like a second mom to her. And she was middle class in Canada, not the United States. She failed to bring that part of it out there. She was middle class in Canada, and she went to school with the folks in Canada until she came here to the United States, because she was born here, but she went to Canada. Came back here, went to Howard University, and that's that, salt and pepper haircut that she has. When y'all see that. But this lady does not think about black folk like that. Hence, to the last night's live stream on African Diaspora, when the Shields are talking about they're not getting paid for shilling, they're not getting paid for marketing, they're not giving them none of the contracts. They're giving all the contracts to the white-owned firms. Once again, she's fake. That's what it is. Because if you're a true sister, you would be giving a lot of money to black firms. The Shields are not getting the cut of the historic money that they helped raise also for Vice President Kamala Harris. It's a transfer of wealth to the folks. You understand? But when it came to black people, the Shields, who crash out for her every day, who have been forsaking friends and family for Vice President Kamala Harris, they have not been getting their fair share because she don't prioritize black folk, because we're not what she think about. Once again, she's phony in a whole lot of ways. Let's think about it. When she tried to run for president in 2020, where were all y'all then that love her to death? Where were y'all then? Y'all did not vote for her in the primary. Matter of fact, she dropped out quick out of the race. I remember her doing one major speech, and I remember her doing, of course, the famous interviews that she's done, where she says she's not going to do something for black people. And then she did that debate. Tulsi Gabbard torpedoed her in that debate, and she had to drop out. She couldn't even stay in. Y'all forgot why y'all felt the way y'all felt about her in 2020? What has changed about her fundamentally since 2020 to now? Nothing. It was no reason for her to change. And she's showing, as we talked about last night, she don't care about black people like that. She don't, because she don't surround herself with black people, obviously. So this is the thing. Yes, a lot of us have seen how phony she is. And because black people are seeing that, then they're like, nah, I'm cool on her. I'm really cool. And also, this economy is very, very important to people, okay? And we don't see the relief at the gas pump. We don't see the relief in the grocery store. We don't see the relief in anything. We don't. So how can we confidently say, well, in 2024, we're better off than what we were when we had the Trump administration? That's why people are talking about that. Y'all have to think it's about the dollar bill, y'all. It's just bottom line. And I'm so glad my people are waking up to that, because if we go out as a collective, not me, because I'm not voting for her, but if we go out as a collective of people and put the Democrats back in, we're collectively done. Because the Democrats' master plan, as we said before, is to give amnesty to all the migrants they brought in here. Once you give them amnesty, there's nothing you can do at that point. It's nothing. They're here. And we already have a housing crisis, and you're going to bring in 20 million more people? Where are they going to stay? See, that's the type of stuff y'all not people not talking about. Where are all these people going to stay when American citizens are having a hard time getting a home? A lot of American citizens having to live with family again. Some kids can't even, 22, 23-year-olds can't even leave the house of their parents, or their parents will be empty nesters so they can go do what they want to do, right? Can't even do it or afford to do it because they don't make enough to have an apartment. People are paying attention to that. And I'm so glad the Shields are getting their wake-up call. How they not getting a dime from it either. Good job, Vice President Kamala Harris. I'm going to keep saying that because we keep waking them Shields up. But y'all want to attack other brothers and sisters who seen right through the fakeness and through the phony behavior. And because she keep repeating the same story, she has no thoughts. She really has no thoughts like that. Because if she really had thoughts, then she could formulate other stories outside the same tired stories she keeps saying. I'm like, man, it's a whole lot more stories in your life outside of that. Why don't you tell that? No, but that's why people say you fake, because you literally, you're scripted. And when you're a scripted individual, people can see through that. People not dumb. People see you in an empty suit, an empty pantsuit. They see that. So shout out to this sister for calling her out. Because, anytime black women have something to say about her, they're chastised. They go, she don't know what she's talking about. She know exactly what she's talking about. And that's why I want all y'all get registered to vote. Make your voice heard. We got that. We don't have that long to go. And that election will be here, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of black women are not with her. And that's